What's going on, Vol fans? You got Catfish here, and I'm bringing it to you live from the Volunteer Roadshow Studios in Big Springs, Texas. They say only two things come from Texas, but I don't know that for sure. But we've got a special guest with us, a new YouTuber, Vols Rising, and I wanted to have him on the show to kind of tell everybody on the Volunteer Roadshow about his new channel. And I really like helping out new YouTubers, especially those that rep the Big Orange. So welcome to the show there, Vols Rising.
How you doing, Catfish?
I'm doing pretty good. Tell everybody on the Volunteer Roadshow a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 24. Got my whole life ahead of me. Uh, of course, I'm a big UT fan. Have to be. I played for a high school called Sweetwater Wildcats. I was a defensive end. So basically, what I bring to my channel is a defensive perspective. I really love the defense.
What do you think
Man,
about Jeremy Pruitt? He's a defensive coordinator. What do you think Jeremy Pruitt's going to do this year?
well, I think he has a really good shot on actually being able to learn what he wants to do on the offensive side of the ball, just because he's brung in two other defensive coordinators. So it really frees up his time to be able to work with the offense and be able to learn. So 6 wins ain't out of the question. Neither would be 8.
Well, I said on one of my previous videos, I'm just excited about this season, and there's several things I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to Marquez Callaway, seeing what he can do, building on last year, and Todd Kelly Jr. I'm just looking to see what Pruitt can do with our defense. We've lost quite a bit on our defensive side of the ball, and I'm just excited. I wish the season started the most. What are you looking forward to the most?
Well, what I'm really looking forward to is seeing how Jeremy Pruitt can work with our cornerbacks and, of course, our defensive backs. Of course, they look bright and fresh in the spring game, but does that translate over to an actual game? Can we see what we've seen in the spring games, or will they fall short?
Well, you mentioned you thought we'd have 6 wins. Did you see Vegas has put out some odds, some Vegas betting lines that they have the over and under. Now listen to this: the over and under for total wins for Tennessee at 5.5. I've told everybody we're going to a damn bowl. It might be the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie bowl, but we're going to a bowl. And I've always said never bet on your own team because you'll get burnt, and you'll get burnt betting on Tennessee because they just don't seem to work out on the betting side. But what do you think about that as far as wins? I have us at a solid 7-win season, 7-5. I think it's going to be a good season for us. Hey, if we go into Charlotte the first game of the season and show up and play West Virginia and beat them, we might even hit an 8-4 season, because I really think we're going to beat Florida or South Carolina or both of them, and possibly give some other teams a run for the money. And I know that's, I'm speaking from my heart, but what do you think about that 5.5 win over under?
Well, to me, it all depends. For me, I'd have to look back at history. Look how we opened up against Georgia Tech. Yeah, it was a close game, but we didn't give up. We stayed in the fight. So if we can do the same thing against West Virginia and pull out that win and not get any injuries from that game, I think we have a shot of winning over 6. I'd take 8 for the better odds.
I really think there's going to be a couple of teams in the East that's going to surprise some people. I've got Missouri as my dark horse, and I wouldn't put it past South Carolina to play the best season they've played since that one good year under Steve Spurrier. Is there anybody in the East that you see might can surprise some people besides Tennessee now?
Actually, like I said in my previous video, I really do like Missouri, but South Carolina, I didn't like them at all. They didn't seem like anything that I was surprised with. But Missouri, they always have great quarterbacks, no matter what. So of course they're going to get great quarterback play. The other side of the ball, we'll see how their defense does this coming up year.
Well, that's always been the tell with Missouri is their defense. If they had just a little bit better defense last year, they'd have probably beat Georgia. They put a scare into them there in that first half. But I tell you what, I really appreciate all you guys out there. I wish more people would get on YouTube and tell everybody the name of your channel and where they can find you. Do you have any social media accounts you want to tell everybody? And now's your chance. Rep your channel there, buddy.
All right, y'all can go subscribe to me at Vol Rising. My Facebook is just the same. It's Vol Rising, VOL Rising.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the show, and I want to remind everybody we're going to start a live call-in show on Friday nights, and I hope to get all the bugs worked out of it. I'm going to do my first trial run, not this Friday, but the following Friday, and I think I'm going to have it at 8 o'clock, and if you guys can put in the comments what's the best time for y'all to catch me, I may change that, but I'd like to get the bugs worked out before the season starts. And like I'm going to try to do, I told you I was going to try to do, pick the best comment out of a previous video. And the last one, I announced it on my last video, but this particular winner, Space Mountain, I've got a hat just like the one I wear, brand new one. Here's what I want you to do. If you want this hat, email me at the Volunteer Roadshow at Gmail, and I'll get this out to you. That's Volunteer Roadshow at Gmail. And my next video, I've got Couch Coach. A lot of y'all have wondered what happened to Couch Coach. He closed his channel down, but he's going to come on and do a show with me about some Vegas odds, some over and unders for total wins, and maybe flirt in to the first week's games and see what we think about that. So I appreciate everybody subbing me up. Go check out my Facebook page at Volunteer Roadshow. And like always, thanks for tuning in. Go Vols. We're going 15-0. I promise you that, ain't we?
Oh, yeah. Go Vols, baby.